Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Naku, dahil dyan sa mga nangyayaring pagde-deport o deportation sa Amerika. Ang tanong ng ilan, naku, posible kayang mangyari din yan sa Canada? Dahil, alam naman natin, ilang beses ko na rin ito sinasabi sa ating channel, meron din pong mga nananawagan ng mass deportation dito sa Canada. So, I am sure ang daming mga taga dito sa Canada na nanonood kung paano sinasagawa ng gobyerno ng US ang pagpapadeport. And I must say, they have been very aggressive since day one of the Trump administration. Tinutuo talaga ni US President Donald Trump ang kanyang sinabi na day one pa lang, yan na ang isa sa kanilang mga tututukan. All the resources na ginagamit nila, kitang-kita nyo rin sa mga news report. They have been conducting a lot of inspections, yung mga arrests, diretso, talagang parang, tapos dadalhin talaga nila, ililipad nila, 'di ba, sa iba't ibang mga bansa kung saan galing itong mga illegal immigrants na ito. At ang kanila nga pong priority these past several days ay ang mga illegal immigrants with criminal records. Okay, yan po ang kanilang tinutukan. I will show you a video. Parang real lang naman po yata ito, not really a news report, showing videos and photos para lang makita nyo, magkaroon kayo ng visual so kung ano ang mga nangyayari the past, 1 week na ba si Trump? Basta the past few days dyan po sa US. Ayan, this is from the National Desk. Okay? Grabe, no? Very strong visuals. Again, from the National Desk YouTube channel po yan. Kita nyo, no? Grabe yung mga operation nila. Bus-bus. Diba? Daming mga DEA, border officers on the ground sa mga operasyon nila. At ayun na nga, diba? May nakita kayo dun, hinahatid talaga sa eroplano yung ilan, dito sa Canada, ayan na nga, sabi ko nga, there are calls by some people, some sectors, na magkaroon din daw po ng mass deportation dito. Alam niyo, hindi ko lang na-prepare, pero minsan merong mga naglalabasan ng mga sign yan, mga naka-mask lang sila, in different spots, like in malls, on bridges. May nakakita ako sa social media, nagpo-put up lang sila ng mga sign nila, parang mass deportations now, mga ganyan. Dito po yan sa Canada. So ngayon, I just saw this soundbite from conservative leader, itong si Pierre Poilievre. Yan po ang sinasabing pambato ng mga conservatives sa paparating na eleksyon dito. And according to surveys, he is ahead, mataas ang kanyang ranking. Sa isang speech niya, January 27, sa isang event, he talked about mass deportations, and it sounds that if he is elected as next Prime Minister, isa rin po sa tututukan niya ay ang pagpapadeport ng mga illegal immigrants. So to me, it sounds like it's very similar to what US President Donald Trump promised and is now doing. Sige, I will show you that soundbite. Okay, here it is.
We see on our own streets anti-Semitism, guided by obscene, woke ideologies that have led to an explosion in hate crimes. Hate crimes were up over 100% in Canada before October 7th. Now they're up 251%, with Jews being the principal victims of those crimes. We must not just condemn these things, we must take action against them.
Ito na.
Deport from our country any temporary resident that is here on a permit or a visa that is carrying out violence or hate crimes on our soil.
Uulitin ko ha, uulitin ko, pe-play ko ulit.
We must deport from our country any temporary resident that is here on a permit or a visa that is carrying out violence or hate crimes on our soil.
O ayun, ano? Obviously, he is or he wants to deport temporary residents, yung mga may visa, who are engaged in hate crimes and carrying out violence in Canada. Okay, and this, take note, is not the first time that Poilievre said something like this. He talked about this in previous interviews. I will show you another one. Dito tinanong siya, sige, paano mo gagawin? Okay, paano mo ipapadeport? Ang tanong sa kanya. Diba meron pong mga 30,000 na mga set for deportation na hindi malocate ng gobyerno ng Canada. Maliban doon, pati yung mga illegal immigrants. Na estimated, ang lawak ng range ng estimate sa mga undocumented immigrants dito sa Canada. Ang sinasabi dyan, it could go as high as 500,000. Okay? Sige, puntahan natin one of his previous interviews, no?
Between 20,000 and 500,000 people in Canada illegally. 20,000 to 500,000. They don't know. And they say there could be more. Then we know that there are 30,000 people who've been ordered deported that have not left. We know that for sure. Trudeau has lost control of our immigration.
How do you get control?
I will take back control. First of all, we will track down the 30,000 people who've been ordered deported, and I will have them deported from this country. They've been ordered deported. These are people who are not eligible to be here. We will find them and we will deport
Do
them.
we have the resources for that?
We do. We just have to direct them to the front lines rather than the back office bureaucracies.
Ayun guys, ano, sabi niya, I will take back control. Itatrack daw niya una, no? Yung 30,000 na nawawala, MIA, na mga immigrants na dapat na may order na paalisin ng Canada, have them deported. Tinanong siya, do we have the resources for this? Meron daw, okay? At i-direct lang daw niya, I think he's referring to human resources dito, no? I-direct lang daw niya to the front lines rather than back office bureaucracies. Ayun, ano. So, kung manalo ito at ito maging next prime minister natin, ano? Lalo na kung mapaaga ang eleksyon dito sa Canada at siya ang manalo, nako. Do you guys think Canada will see what is now being seen in the US? Hindi ko rin talaga alam, ano? If extreme measures, mali mo, will also be carried out by whoever the next leader could be patungkol dito sa mga mass deportations na ito. Alam niyo, nag-umpisa itong lalong umigting ang panawagan ng mga mass deportation. I think when some violent protests erupted a few months ago sa bandang Brampton, Ontario. Alala niyo yung first soundbite po ni Poilievre. Meron siyang tinatawag na hate crimes. I think related to doon. Merong mga tinatawag ng mga separatist groups. Basta mga sa totoo, no, I do not understand yung kung saan po nag-originate yung away ng mga grupong ito galing sa India. Basta ang alam ko lang po, nagkaroon sila ng mga violent protests somewhere in Brampton. Nag-away-away po sila doon. At alam nyo, meron pong bagong survey na inilabas where majority of Canadians are saying, according to the surveys, na syempre ayaw nila ng mga ganyang issue dito sa Canada. Okay, ito po yan, oh. This is from the True North. Ayan. Most Canadians want stricter measures against Khalistani separatists. According to a poll, itong mga Khalistani separatists, sila po yung involved rin. Isa sa mga grupong involved doon sa sinasabi kong protest in Brampton. Ito ang sabi, oh, nearly 3 in 4 Canadians supports stricter policies to prevent foreign separatists from operating in Canada, with over half saying they oppose the movement's activities in Canada. Okay. Noon nung minomonitor ko tong mga reaction din dito sa nangyayari sa Brampton, sabi nung ilang mga vloggers na mga taga dito, mga Canadian citizens, sabi nila, wala tong yung pinag-aawayan daw ng mga yan, walang kinalaman sa Canada. Walang kinalaman sa Canada other than nandito sila. If you are an immigrant, hindi lang po galing India, wherever you're from, ang sabi nila, don't bring the problems that you had back home here. Yan ang isang common sentiment po nila. Pero nakahanap din ako, guys, pala ng video. Just i-recall lang natin yung mga nangyari dyan sa Brampton. Na of course, I think hindi masyado, hindi siguro sanay, makakita ng mga gantong encounters ang mga Canadians. Ito yan. Report from CBC News. Kailan ba to? I think sometime, 2 months ago daw. Okay?
Tensions between some Hindus and some pro-Khalistan Sikhs are escalating. What started as a protest in the Greater Toronto area has led to threats and violence. We reviewed and verified dozens of videos and images to piece together how these protests unfolded throughout parts of Ontario and BC over just 2 days. Let's map it.
Okay, hindi ko na itutuloy yan. Yun ay para mabigyan lang kayo ng mga visuals, idea kung anong mga nangyari noon. So, ang sabi ni Poilievre, dapat daw ipa-deport yung mga immigrants, temporary status na engaged in violence. I assume he may be referring to those people as well. But of course, hindi na po malayo dyan na matutuntun din po kung sakaling magkaroon ng operation dito sa Canada to deport illegals, yung mga ordinaryong o yung mga out of status, undocumented immigrants. Ang tanong, kasi technically, if you are out of status, you're not supposed to be here, hindi po ba? Pero isa po sa mga issue dito sa Canada ay there's actually a lot of options for people, legal options to take to delay ang kanilang posibleng pag-uwi dito. Pwede pa sila makipaglaban, it takes sometimes years for courts to hear petitions to, I don't know kung ano man ipa-file nila, that will basically fight for their right to stay. Ang tanong ko dyan, if Poilievre wins, and according to surveys, he is leading at least at right now, paano niya kaya gagawin yun? Kaya ba palagay niyo mangyayari yan? Do you think Poilievre will be like a Donald Trump? That operations will be carried out that aggressively and that quick? Totoo, hindi ko rin alam yung sagot. I would just like to get to know your thoughts about this as usual. Kung di nyo rin masagot, kung talagang posible bang gawin yan, pwede nyo rin sabihin if you would support it or not. Nako, kasi nga, ilang buwan na lang po, mag-e-election na dito. It should happen, on or before October 20, 2025. That is if hindi po magkaroon ng early elections. So, I am pretty sure this issue will also be a hot topic habang papalapit po ang usapin ng eleksyon o ang araw ng eleksyon. So, ayun lang naman. I will keep this episode short. As always, I look forward to reading your comments. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!